Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we are going to be talking about Lenna, who shall be receiving her rework and her LD weapon. Now, many of us have been waiting for Lenna for a good minute now, and it looks like she's going to be coming up in the next upcoming event of the Token Challenge, Clanging All the Way, that releases on December 10th, because she, alongside with Trey, are synergy for the Kane Intersecting Wheels event that is going on right now on Global as I'm recording this video. So it seems like we are finally gonna be getting Lenna, but where is Vanille? I do not know, but I guess at some point Vanille might pop up eventually. I don't even know. But in this video though, we are going to be talking about Lenna. We're going to talk about the rework, the small rework that she is getting, and her LD ability and what she now grants to the party, as Lenna is actually one of my top 3 favorite support characters in JP, and I just recently used her in the Ursula Lost chapter Shinryu fight. And she did just fine, especially because of the fact that her LD ability provides some very good party auras. And if you are needing somebody who has some very good party auras and is a good support character, then Lenna is definitely your girl. So we're going to be talking about her in this video and letting you guys know what she's going to be bringing to Global. So, as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. Let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Let's talk about her rework, her LD ability, and then the should you pull portion of the video. So we'll first take a look at Lenna's rework to her skill 1, Rapid Fire. So whenever you use Rapid Fire, it now deals full HP damage, and you have 3 HP dumps in total with a... the attack is still a random 3-hit range brave attack, but I mean, at least you are dealing full HP damage now to all targets. Now the plus version, the only difference between that one and the regular version is that it actually increases on the number of brave hits, now being up to 5 random ranged brave plus an AoE HP attack dealt 3 times, and it still deals 4 HP damage. Now, when it comes to her skill 2, Windrake Hour Extension, you actually get an additional 2 uses now to her skill 2, which is great. Now, whenever you use Windrake Hour or the plus version, it now deals a 4-hit range brave attack after brave recovery, and it also deals 50% splash HP damage to non-targets. Now, it also recovers HP to the party based on 50% of the HP damage dealt to the target, with a recovery limit of 20% of their max HP, and it also increases the brave by 30% of the HP damage dealt. Now, Lenna's LD ability, called Giant's Drink and Dragon Breath, I know it's a pretty lengthy, lengthy, is that a word? I don't know. It is a pretty lengthy name. So with this LD ability, it does a very good amount of stuff. So it provides the party, or actually it heals the party by 80% of their max HP. Then it follows up with a ranged HP attack based on 80% of the current party's HP 3 times. So you're getting 3 HP dumps, and whatever their HP is, 80% of that is going to be the damage that Lenna is going to be doing with her LD ability. Now, this does not consume brave, and it does deal splits HP damage to all targets. Then it increases the party's brave based on 20% of the HP damage dealt. Now, it grants her the brand new buff called Giant's Drink, which lasts for 12 turns, and it also changes her HP attack into Dragon Breath, which has 3 uses on it. And then after you use those 3 uses on it, it reverts back to her HP attack. Now, with the new buff that she is getting, Giant's Drink, now this buff right here provides a very good amount of stuff to the party. So the party gets an increase in their HP by 30%. So you're going to get a little bit of the like HP overflow in a way. You're also going to be getting a 30% stolen and gained max brave overflow up, a 25% brave damage up, and a 15% HP damage up. Now, to all party members, as long as they have over 50% of their HP or more, they get an additional 25% in their Brave damage up, totaling a 50%. And the HP damage up also gets a 15% bonus. So that's a 30% HP damage up that the party is going to be getting, as long as you keep their HP above 50%, which I mean, you know, it's pretty easy nowadays. But I mean, if you do have you know, characters like Lenna for that HP regen and whatnot, etc., like you don't really have to worry too much about it, because like you're pretty much going to be constantly having that your HP above 50%, unless you take like a very heavy AoE attack. Then of course you're going to revert back to the 25% and the 50% of what she originally gives. No, it's overall a very strong buff that she gets from her LD ability, and the amount of ores that the party is going to be getting as well. Now, when it comes to her Dragon Breath ability, after you use her LD ability, now with this, it is an AoE ranged HP attack that is based on 80% of the party's current HP, and it deals 3 HP dumps. So it's very similar to her LD ability, except that, you know, you're pretty much getting an additional HP damage dealing ability. This also does not consume Brave, and it does deal split HP damage to all targets. Now, you do get an increase to the party's Brave based on 20% of the HP damage dealt after you use the Dragon Breath, and her recast gauge does get increased by 20%. So her EX ability will be recharging faster after each usage of her Dragon Breath. That changes from the HP attack after you use the LD ability. I know I'm repeating myself. Now, the way to get the Dragon's Breath, it's pretty simple. Just use her LD ability. So in a way, you have a total of 9 uses of this Dragon Breath ability after you use her LD ability. So it's actually a pretty solid one, because like you're basically dealing damage, and at the same time you're like, in a way, battering the party as well, and you're not consuming any of the Brave that Lenna has on her, which is a good thing. So now we get to the point of the video where you guys decide whether or not it is worth pulling for Lenna's LD weapon based on what you have already heard so far, and a few additional things that I am going to comment about her. So with Lenna, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, she is one of my top 3 support characters till this day in DFFOO, just because she does provide a good amount of stuff. She already got a C90, and her C90 just gives her even more things, more additional things to her EX ability and whatnot. But like as of right now, for the Lenna that we are getting in global here in the next few days, Lenna provides a good amount of stuff via that buff that she gets from her LD ability. She now has an additional way to be able to deal HP damage based on the HP values on your team. So, you know, when you think about it, you can actually take advantage and combine Lenna with other characters, or use call abilities to be able to increase your HP value. If you can like get HP overflow, let's say from like Paladin Celsuza call ability, or Poem's call ability as well, you know, that right there is going to be extra damage that Lenna is going to be doing. Or just having both Lenna and Poem together works just as well. Now, I kind of did a little bit of an experiment. This was based off of what a Japanese player did, because like they were trying to see, seeing as how she has her LD ability, like what is the most efficient way to use Lenna now to get the most damage output out of her from her LD ability and her Dragon's Breath attack, right? Because like there were some players that were trying to figure out like, is it worth giving her 1020 HP for the artifact passes, right? Or 1020 HP, or is it 1020, 1080, whichever one of the two, and max Brave D 330, right? And that's what I currently have equipped on Lenna right now. And like, you know, if you saw my Shinryu run for the Ursula Lost chapter, and even the gameplay that you have been watching throughout this video so far, you know, like that is the artifact passes that I have equipped to Lenna. And like, you know, for me, like focusing on just her LD ability and that additional ability that you get when her HP attack changes over to Dragon's Breath, at least I know that with my artifact passives, I am able to get a little bit of more damage onto out of Lenna, especially if I combine Lenna with other characters that is able to increase her max brave cap up. Then that's even more damage that I could potentially do as well. So there's a couple things that you can actually do with Lenna to try to maximize her output, but that's what I got going on with my Lenna in JP is the HP passive and max brave 330. Now aside from all that though, I mean like again, like her C90 really amps her up a little bit more, and that's why she jumped up as my top 3 support character in default. But you know, that buff really does help out, and especially if you can maintain, which I mean it's pretty easy to do, if you can maintain above 50% of your HP value for your teammates, you're getting a very good amount of stuff out of Lenna. So I mean, like, she is definitely going to be a solid support character. I know that when it comes to her you know, her EX ability, her skill 1 and skill 2, they might not be like ooh la la damage or whatnot, but I mean, like, you know, that basically, you know, that it gets covered up by her LD ability and her Dragon's Breath that gets changed from her HP attack. So I mean, like, overall though, like, if you're needing a very solid support character, Lenna is definitely a good choice to pick up. She will not let you down, and the other thing is that she does have debuff evasion. You know, as long as you have her 35 CP and you use her Wind Drake Arrow Plus, then you have that 100% debuff evasion from that buff that she grants to her teammates, and you get HP regen out of that as well. So like, you know, that's another thing, and which it's another reason why she fits comfortably in my team setups, and I feel comfortable taking attacks from the enemies, just because, like, she just has an overall good package in her kit, and her LD ability just adds onto that. So but you know, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Lenna, if you are going to be pulling in her upcoming banner, if it is true that she is going to be the the challenge token banner that's going to be released here in the next few days, or December 10th to be exact. Let me know what your plans are going to be. Let me know how you feel about Lenna down in the comments section below. But other than that though, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video.